So it has been a while since I've been coloring this page. I am extremely busy. I am currently working on the Color Along project. It's a lot of work, but I'm loving it. I am going to use black today, Polychromos black, and I'm going to use it to deepen the shading over here. I already did that with the ornament here above. Here I already did that, and I need to do the other three as well. So yes, it is a very busy time, but a wonderful time and exciting, with all kinds of new challenges, and it feels like an adventure. Wonderful. But fortunately today I have some time for coloring in the coloring books, and I have to say I still love doing it. I don't think I will ever stop doing it. I read an article that says the selling rates of coloring books have dropped, and well, that could be so. And they thought that because the selling rates dropped, that less people were coloring. Now, I don't think that is the case, but I think it's just the low quality books that are losing buyers, that's what I have to say. This black pencil has a sharp point, and I'm just putting this black in. This requires quite some concentration. I don't want to make a mistake and suddenly have the black all over. Today is the last day of January 31st, and if I am correct, then this is the birthday of Princess Beatrix, the former Queen of the Netherlands. Her son Willem-Alexander is king since 2013, I think. He's doing the job for a couple of years now, and he's doing pretty well, I think. And his mother, I think she is, this is her 79th birthday, and she is still doing some work for the monarchy, for the Netherlands. A lot of charity stuff like that. As you can see, there's not much shadow over here, so I'm using this one, dark indigo, and I'm going to make the shadows. So I'm using several colors for shading, not just one. Our former queen Beatrix is very artistic. She is a very good sculptress. She makes sculptures. And yeah, I've seen some work of her. It's quite good. And I think she also likes dance, ballet, modern dance. She's a very good skier. I've seen a picture last year of her skiing. That was a forbidden picture. Our royal family has a deal with the press that the press won't photograph them or they won't publish photos that were taken while the royals were private, so on their vacations. And when they are working, you can take as many pictures as you wish, but when they are in their private situation with their family, then you cannot publish the pictures. But last year there was a picture on the internet from Princess Beatrix skiing, and it looked magnificent. She looked like a real pro. I don't know how she does it. I'm a very poor skier, but so she's sportive. She likes horse riding as well. Her son, the king, is very into sports. He did a lot of good work for the Olympic Games. This is cold grey number 6. I was looking for my Payne's grey pencil, but I can't find it. But this cold grey comes pretty close, so I will use this one. So I hope you are all doing well and you are enjoying yourselves with coloring and other stuff. The world is a bit, well, in turmoil I think that's a bit over. It is exaggerating the situation, I think, but many people are worried these days. And I once heard a wise man say, "Worry pretends to be necessary, but doesn't solve any problems. So stop worrying and start acting if there is something that needs to change. Well, that is very wise, but sometimes things need to change, but how? And here is the black again. I'm putting in a little bit of black. Now it may seem that this black covers everything that I did before, but actually that is not true, because when I look closely, then I can see the other colors shine through, and it deepens the shading effect. So let's do the same with this ornament. I'm first using these indigo blue, dark indigo. It's the end of January, as I told you, January 31st. And here in the Netherlands you can already see that that the days are lengthening. In the end of December the sun is setting earlier, and now you can see the light outside is changing, and we have an hour more light. It's very welcoming, I have to say. more hours of daylight means, for me, means more hours of coloring and recording, because I only record in daylight. I do have a daylight lamp, but the my camera picks up these light waves that the lamp radiates. My eyes don't see it, so if I use that daylight lamp at night for coloring, it's perfectly fine. But as soon as I start recording, there's a problem. So I record only in daylight. And with a little bit more hours in the day, I can do much more. I located my paints gray. So instead of the cold gray, I am now using the paints gray. And there are a lot of birds already making noises. They start singing. The gray tit is making a great amount of noise. I like it. And here is the black pencil again. So that looks a lot better already. So I'm now going to put some color on these, how do you call them? Doorknobs or something like that? Dark cadmium yellow. There are many English words that when I hear them, I exactly know what they mean. But sometimes they are just not, they are not in my memory. And this is burnt ochre. Just a touch of burnt ochre here and there. And let's add a touch of shadow, Payne's Gray. I think there will be some shadow over here and underneath here. I already put a little bit of shading in it there. And there will also be a little bit of shading. I imagine that this handle is rounded, so there will be a touch of shadow on the inside here and on the outside here, because the light is coming from the right side. So there will be a touch of shadow. Lovely. Just a touch. And here is my dark orange, the Bruinzeel design pencil, just to add a little bit of warmth to the shaded areas. I'm going to take this away. Let's use this one. Faber-Castell Perfection Eraser Pencil. Let's put it in like that. So, much better. Here is light cadmium yellow, just to make some highlights here and there. Just a touch. So, let's use this color in here as well, just a touch. And I will use the same light cadmium yellow over here. So, yes, the birds outside are singing about spring that is coming. And I'm looking forward to spring. Although I would love to do some ice skating first. Last week, many people in the Netherlands could do some ice skating. I myself did not, because the week before we were on a vacation. We were in Austria for the skiing vacation. And then when we got back, there were a couple of days left that you could do ice skating on a lot of ponds and small canals. But because I just came home from the vacation, I just didn't have the time for ice skating. But I love it, so I would love to do that, well, maybe next month in February. Yeah, that would be nice. Have a week of freezing weather. So, how do you like my door? Okay, well, it is not finished yet, but we are getting there. Now these two dragons, I've been thinking about them a lot. And to be honest, I just don't like them. But you know, they are there, so I need to deal with them. So, let's turn those dragons into statues. Cold Grey, number 6. First I'm going to put in some shading. I already did that on the dragon on the left side. It already has some shading, but this one doesn't, so I will put that in. I can't help it, but I'm just not that into dragons. My favorite singing bird is a blackbird. I haven't heard them yet. They will start singing later in the year, I think. A couple of weeks ago we had a wildlife alert here in the garden. There is burnt sienna. You know, we do have wood. There was a woodpecker in our garden, and there are woodpeckers in the area, but you hardly ever see them. And a couple of weeks ago I saw this woodpecker. It was searching for food in the tree bark, and later on it was just sitting relaxed and grooming itself. That's what you call it, right? Grooming, just cleaning the feathers and just taking care of itself. That was nice. I'm now just adding a touch of warmth to this dragon, and I'm not thinking really about what I'm doing right now, because I really have no inspiration for this dragon, so I'll let the dragon decide what it wants to look like, and so far the dragon is telling me that I need to do this. So let's do the same with this dragon, just adding a touch of burnt sienna here and there. And then we'll see from there how this dragon will evolve. Sometimes the creative process can be, well, almost frustrating if you want to go too fast and want to have control over it. If you don't know what to do, just surprise yourself. There is not much that I need to do. I need to finish those dragons. I want to add a more color to the top of the drawing, to the page. And then I need to make a decision about these things. And the lamps need a little more color. Once that is done, I think the drawing is done. So maybe in 1 or 2 episodes this drawing will be finished. So I hope you will join me in the next episode. Bye bye.